Hello everyone, today we'll be talking about a villain whose name means North, with an A at the end. And it's artificially made from a plant by the main antagonist of Fresh, Mobius. And she's sinister in her own right. Must be from an evil plant, I guess. But here we are to talk about Northa, so let's begin. Northa is the final Lavender to make an appearance in Fresh Percure. She is given the task of finding Infinity. After the previous members' failures, she was created by Mobius from a plant, making her one of the only 4 continental members of Labyrinth to be completely artificial. Her human alter ego is Nayuta Kita. Northa comes from the 6th season of Percure, Fresh Percure. She made her debut in episode 36 of Fresh and comes from Labyrinth. Her role is that of a villain, and she has the alter ego Nayuta Kita, and has the power of creating monsters known as Sowates, a variant of Nakoromekes. Northa is voiced by Misa Watanabe, who outside of Percure you may know her in other roles as Nevatare Vivi in One Piece, Marie in Ashito no Nadia, Tomorrow's Nadia, and the new voice of Queen Beryl in Sailor Moon Crystal. Northa is a tall, snow-white-skinned woman with pale blue hair curled inward. She wears a vine hair ornament and a dress of black, accented in gold and silver. Vine-like ornaments ascended upon her body entangled around her arms, while a few blue gems hang from her sleeves. Her dark red heels are ascended in gold. As a human, Northa's hair turns black and is straightened. Her facial structure is retained, as her skin coloring and makeup. She wears a gown of black and purple, accented in gray and gold. The highest-ranking member of Labyrinth and the most evil, Northa is much more ruthless than the previous members of Labyrinth are, to the point to where both Waster and Solar are afraid of her. She is also more powerful, bringing along a new type of monster, the Sowates. She is also quite manipulative, almost brainwashing Setsuna into coming back to Labyrinth. She also enjoys watering her plants, as seen in episode 42. It should be noted that unlike Waster, Solar, and Ys, Northa's mere presence in the human world causes plants to wither and die, making her instructionally more evil than the former 3. Northa's presence was sensed by Cure Passion even before Northa introduced herself because of her high status at Labyrinth. A while after her debut, Northa invites Setsuna to come to Labyrinth and almost succeeds in persuading her to rejoin. Northa was created by him using a plant. She is extremely loyal to him, willing to fulfill his desires even at the cost of her life. They work under Northa in some ways. She instructs them to fight the Cures and gives them the Sorates fruits. They are intimidated by her. Northa was sent to capture Infinity. As Infinity is Chiffon, Northa tries and succeeds in to capture Chiffon. She views Chiffon like an object and not a fairy. Her name, Northa, comes from the word north. Just like Ys, Solar, and Waster are, she is named after one of the 4 cardinal directions. Her name, as a human, Nayuta, means an extremely great number, which is also a Buddhist term and could relate to her high status. Her last name, Kita, translates to north, referring to her name, Northa. Setsuna, Shun, and Hayato also have certain names referring to the other 3 continental directions. After Mobius deems Waster and Solar to be useless and Ys leaves the group, He calls upon Northa to retrieve Infinity. When Waster and Solar fight with their Nakoromeke against the Percures, Northa appears in front of the others and summons a Solar Taste, which merges with the Nakoromekes. However, it is defeated by the Cures thanks to Shifon's power. Later, with the Fuku Gauge, she creates more Solar Tastes for her comrades and herself to fight the Percures. Someday, Northa sends a letter to Setsuna, formerly known as East, to turn her to Labyrinth's side again, but Setsuna follows her only to destroy the Fuku Gauge. But that is actually planned by Northa, who lures the other Cures to find the Labyrinth's villa. She traps the 4 Cures and uses hallucination mist to lead them to fight each other, but this plan fails. So she turns the Fuku Gauge to a Solar Taste, which is quickly destroyed by the Cures. This is also planned by Northa, and the Fuku energy should spread the Clover town, but that plan fails by Shifon's power too. Afterwards, Northa, Solar, and Waster disrupt the dance contest of the Cures and fight them until they get Infinity and bring her to Mobius. In Labyrinth, she fights Cure Peach and Cure Pine, who are later joined by Cure Berry and Cure Passion. Their fight changes the heart of the inhabitants from Labyrinth, who begin to cheer the Cures. Unable to defeat them, Northa transforms into her monster form, but she is defeated by Triple Fresh with Happiness Hurricane. When Keelan appears, who beats the Cures, she pronounces to fuse and Keelan accepts this. The fusion of them is powerful enough to stand against the Cure's strongest attacks and beat them down, but the energy of the inhabitants gives the Cures the power to transform into Cure Angels. Then, the Northa Keelan fusion is finally defeated by the Loving True Heart attack, and both Northa and Keelan turn back into their original forms. Later, it is revealed that she was created by Mobius using the DNA of a plant in episode 49. Northa has a different type of speech from the other 3 Labyrinth members when introducing herself, which is, "I am Northa, the one that shall drown you in devastation and sorrow." And as any other Cartoon Labyrinth member, Northa has the ability to use Switch Over, which allows her to transform at will from Northa to Nayuta and vice versa. When she first appears, she brings along a new item, the Solar Taste Fruit, used to summon the most powerful Solar Taste monsters. She can also wither plants. Northa can summon roots from her back to attack. She also can make Nakoromeke grow roots from their body to trap them, demonstrated in her first battle. Unlike the other 3 agents, Northa can open up dimensional portals. She also has the powerful Solar Taste form, that of a monstrous version of her head with roots ripped at her arms. She turns herself into this form by devouring the Solar Taste fruit. She can fire an energy blast from her mouth. She can also fuse with Keelan to form a fast-bladdering dragon hybrid, which is human-sized, but is strong enough to negate Triple Fresh and Happiness Hurricane, and will be able to break out of Lucky Clover Grand Finale. This fusion is far stronger than the Percures, but is weaker than the Cure Angels. It can also use Energy Blast, like her Solar Taste form. Fact 1. Northa is revived in Percure All-Stars DX2 with other Percure villains, but as the movie goes, she gets defeated and is destroyed once more. Fact 2. The fusion of Northa and Keelan does not have a name, but it has the same voice actress as Northa, Misa Watanabe. Fact 3. Although Northa has a human name, which is Nayuta Kita, she has never officially used it in the series. And that's Northa's information. Next time we are gonna finish off the villains in a duo video, since their information I can find on the wiki are short. And that would be on Mobius and Keelan. So see you next time. Bye.